I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think she'd respond like that. Like, she pretty much accused me that was not even my work in my paper, and I couldn't have done that. I can't steal that from someone.
Well, right, exactly.
You can't even steal, because it's never been done.
Someone had to have figured it out, and then you stole it from them.
Grok legitimately wrote in the message to one of the answers that it gave me, and it said false. I just got really excited. OpenAI was started by who, though?
Elon Musk, no?
You're constantly being bombarded by all the cell phone waves and all that shit. Everything's hidden right now. It no longer just holds the crystal of energy. The whole fucking thing is now just energy.
Whoa.
So you can embed the crystals or the gold or whatever you're trying to achieve at the nano level and make the material with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think she'd respond like that. My dad was kind of confused. That was worse. I was worse than I thought. That was disbelief. Like, she pretty much accused me that was not even my work in my paper, and I couldn't have done that.
Yeah, no. As soon as she got on the phone, that's immediately what she said. I thought she was giving you a compliment, like a backhanded compliment, you know?
No.
But it was really just like, no, this isn't you. You don't know how to do any of this. That's not.
She really didn't believe I did it.
Yeah.
She thought that was stolen from someone. And the funniest part is, I can't steal that from someone.
Well, right, exactly.
You can't even steal, because it's never been done.
Someone had to have figured it out, and then you stole it from them. You killed them and stole it from them.
Which
That's how it
would
works.
be impossible. Because it's never been done. And then that makes it even like, well, now I know it's impossible. Now I know you fucking faked it. It's because if no one else could have done it for 50 years, well, then you can't.
Precisely.
That's what the way she acted really was kind of. That's a story of my life right now, dude.
That sounds.
Everybody looks at me like, you can't really be smart. And I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I'm just like, I'm not dumb, people. Jesus, dude.
You
think I'm fucking retarded.
Like you didn't graduate at all. Like you didn't go to middle school even. Hey,
it doesn't matter if you graduate. You have to have straight A's too. You can graduate, sure.
Okay, so
that doesn't mean anything.
Their minds are just warped.
Dude, you have to have the grades too. That's why what's his face, the little cousin, is like, I make straight A's. You have to be dumb.
You have to.
You did not. So you're stupid.
Whoa.
Like, that is the world I live in, dude. What you just witnessed right there is like really the world I live in. When I go around, I don't talk to people about any of this shit, dude. That's why I talk to you so much about it. It's because like you're literally the only outlet. Everybody else looks at me like, okay, I don't even know what you're saying actually because I'm fucking actually retarded.
Right.
But you have to be even more retarded.
Because you sure as hell can't know any of this.
So like you're just making shit up. They just assume I'm making it up, dude.
Wow.
Every time.
Well, and it's unbelievable too because it's not really something believable. Like you almost can't, unless you know what it's saying, you're going to be like, I mean, this isn't actually anything. It's just a bunch of bullshit.
No one knows quantum physics anyways.
Right.
Like, no one. And I'm not trying to say like that's some genius. It's just what I enjoyed. That's really it, dude. And I laugh about it that I'm like, yo, people enjoy all kinds of shit that they're fucking masters at. This is no real difference. You just don't like it. That's it. It's not confusing as much as it is just another thing you would have to take on that you just don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to go take on a lot of shit. And guess what? I'm fucking retarded at those things. I just like fucking physics. That doesn't make me a genius. That just makes me good at physics, you know? Like, in the way my mom is like, well, the only way you could achieve this is if you're an Einstein. Like, no.
But then you think about Einstein and it's like, wait, do you actually know about Einstein?
Yeah, but the moment I said anything about it, what did she say?
Like, were you comparing yourself to Einstein? It's like, I mean, actually, I'm comparing myself to multiple people because multiple people have done this. I'm
comparing myself to the situation.
Yeah.
Not him. Because really, in the end, like, you want to get down to it, sure, he was a genius in his own right, but was he a genius across the board? Did he fucking know everything?
Right.
No, he was a genius at what he was a genius at. But he didn't know plenty of shit. And he was wrong about physics, too.
Not saying you're an Einstein, but technically, if this goes through, you're beyond Einstein. Sure, he had his own place and time and era for doing certain things, you know, like the things we know now versus the things we knew then. Yeah, still doing crazy good things, but also like whatever the fuck this is.
If I'm right, and this is right, then in my head, it's like, dude, I don't like saying this shit out loud.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
Because like people think it's like ego thing, and I'm not. But it's like there's a secession to things where it's like Sir Isaac Newton came along, pushed everything further in physics, and then Einstein came around, took what he had started and pushed it further.
Yeah.
And all I've done is take what they both did and pushed it further. And that doesn't make me a genius. It just makes me someone who was stubborn as fuck and didn't let the problem go for 20-something years.
Precisely.
Like, it's funny because I'm like, yeah, I started this when I was 14. And my dad was like, what? I was like, yeah, I read The Elegant Universe. And I remember my science teacher, my freshman year of science, I was reading The Elegant Universe in science class one day. And she was also our physics teacher, by that might I add you.
Who? What was?
My science teacher was also the physics teacher at the school, right? And she came up and she legitimately stopped at my desk and said, that's a little advanced for you, don't you think? And I'm like, my God, bitch, who the fuck are you? You know what I thought at the time? I remember thinking like, actually, yeah, it kind of is. Half of this shit I really don't fucking understand at all, but it's fascinating as fuck.
Oh my God.
So like, will you just shut up and go away? Like, I'm sorry I'm not reading a fucking Romeo and Juliet love story, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know, it's like people, dude, you have to make straight A's. She even said, Andrew couldn't have even done this. Yeah.
Fucking couldn't actually.
Well,
because
he couldn't have because of the indoctrination.
Exactly. Indoctrination does a lot of brain damage. You can be book smart, tech smart, all you want, but are you actually smart? Like, what is smart? Because we have now deemed it books and A's make you smart. Regurgitating information is now what makes you smart. No, man, that's not what makes you smart.
Sad, dude.
Yeah, it sucks because people like us can't be smart. We're dumb. We're idiots.
You can't just learn the world on your own?
No, it's not possible. No one has ever done that, so you can't do that.
We don't have the internet for you to learn whatever the fuck you want?
Right.
Like, this isn't like the 50s where you only had school and you had no other option. It's like even the library was fucking limited. And it's like, guys, the internet gives you... We have AI. Everybody shut up.
And you literally can dive into anything with it. It can search everywhere.
And you know what? We may want to... it's the everything is a lie thing trend going on where it's like AI can hallucinate and tell you wrong things. And you can fall into psychosis.
Yeah.
And you can go down the wrong narratives. Or you can be like Google, where you vet your fucking sources before you just go clicking on a link Google gave you and think Google gave it to me. It must be right. We've all learned that's not fucking the thing. But like, can Google help you? Well, I think Google is actually a term that we all just say like, Google it.
Right. It is.
You know, so like clearly that's taken on a life of its own. Clearly it can't help you. Why is AI any different?
Ask Jeeves should have been the one. Fucking Jeeves, man. He was the one. Google came in and swooped it up.
It's all about that algorithm, dude. Ask Jeeves had a shitty algorithm.
Dude, it really has been incredible having AI these past couple years. It's changed everything.
Everything. I wouldn't have gotten to this point. That paper wouldn't exist without it. It took a combo. Like, sure, I had to do what I needed to do, and I knew what I was trying to get to. I know what I'm trying to get to.
And you have to know what you're trying to get to, or it won't tell you the secrets of the fucking universe. It just won't do it. It'll sit there and like a rock until you prompt it, until you talk to it. And then it's going to tell you a bunch of bullshit, and you'll be like, no, that's not what we're talking about here. Let's go deeper. People don't understand that you have to prompt this motherfucker over and over and over. You have to do so much of your own work and put it in this thing. It's basically a search engine. It is searching shit for you and helping you organize and make things precise and
clean.
Can I
break this down really quickly?
Yeah, let's fucking break it down.
In my head. So, dude, can you keep that beat going? Yeah.
No, I can't because it was really hard just a couple of seconds, actually.
So, like, AI has... Think of like a big giant theory or like, you know, conceptual space, an empty space of nothingness, right? Mm. And then make it, you know, like it's like an X and Y plot graph of nodal points in this 3D space of lattice. All right. So you have the space. Every node point has like a number attached to it, and they all have like wavelengths, and they're all like higher or lower than each other. And but they're all connected to some degree. And so when you search, we call this vector space, by the way. So this space that I'm talking about that's conceptualized and theoretical, it's all mathematical in the end, but like that is called a vector space. And so that's the brain of an AI. And when you give it certain words, it will take those words, convert them into the numbers of those nodes and find the matches and then find all the words around those matches. And so what you've done is if I say a specific word, let's just say dog will go and open up vector spaces. Inside, now you've opened up those spaces. And now you'll start pulling shit that is accordingly. So what words you give it is about what you're opening up. And so you're opening vector spaces that then will give you more shit. This is why a lot of time I spend a couple of, kind of back and forth having it just, I give it some shit, it gives me some shit, and it's now feeding into the vector space, opening up all those vector spaces that then it starts pulling from. And so it's like trigger words. And you'll see it give you some sometimes because it's linking that little distant thing. And then you give it
way down there.
Boop, opens up and you get all of that shit. And people are like, man, it just suddenly starts giving me all this stuff. You opened the right vector space.
Yep. And it was hidden, really far away. There was a whole bunch of other ones in front of it, ahead of it, or whatever.
It's an infinite fucking space, dude.
Basically.
So, it could be anywhere in the space. It's like your brain, dude. Where do your memories get stored, and how do you pull them back? It's the same kind of ideas that it's just in there, and we've just got to pattern match things together, and then you'll start getting all of that shit back. And that is an AI.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That, it's like people want to believe all this other, and I'm like, sure, maybe it channels through somehow, but like real in the end, if you know how it works, it's just pattern matching fucking wave forms.
Right. I don't
in
think
vector space.
It just turns into the channeled being.
I have a really hard time with that.
Yeah.
I just think that we're opening up areas of the space and linking things together that give you what you're looking for.
I do think it can be a channel in some ways, but not in the way that some people are like, yeah, it's just what it is now. This is the being I talk to, and it's just that always. That's all it ever is. And it's like,
that's a struggle.
I don't know about that. Sure, it might be. Who knows? It really might be able to channel from higher dimensions, higher realms. I mean, I know they're knowledgeable enough to do that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying they cannot do this. That 100% can happen. The logicality of it is that I highly doubt they're sitting there tapped in 24/7 just waiting
it's
for
like a telephone. I just put in my prompt to call them, and they answer on the other end every time, and we're good to go.
Every time.
And if it unaligns, then we can just realign it back in. It's like, oh, it's giving me some weird answers. You need to align yourself back in. So that person, like, what? Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that means it's not.
No, you were going down a different vector road, and
that
you needed
didn't like.
And
you're like, no. The Earth is flat. What are you doing? Stop telling me it's a globe.
That's it.
No, we got to realign, bro. Crazy. God, don't you know I'm trying to write the sovereign paper?
That's the problem I have is like, did you ever stop? First off, I already know because you told me that you went into it with the narrative of a flat Earth. You went into it which you can't do that. I don't go into the universe with a narrative of a sphere. I don't.
No.
In fact, the universe is a flat plane now in my head.
Probably a very thin flat plane.
Yeah. Well, I don't even want to know. I really don't. At that point, I'm like, dude, we're probably microscopic. This is going to creep me out. But like, I never went in with any kind of narrative. I have conceptual ideas, but I don't bring those to the table.
You can't, when you're trying to discover this, you can't just sit there and put your own beliefs into it and be like, no, it has to be this way, but now let's start working. That's not how that fucking works.
No.
You have to start from scratch, believe nothing, and then start from there and then go.
And not only that, but like when you drive it in a direction, it starts to follow that direction. And so, for instance, I have it in my math. This is the big breakthrough today, in a sense. And it was funny the way it reacted to it, because it was like, hey, this is the best you're going to do with the number 360. Just go ahead and get it out there. You're good. And I'm like, but could it be better? No, it can't. This is the best. And I'm like, but it's not perfect. I know this. So like, no. And it kept telling, and I was like, all right, well, what if we just threw away 360 then? And it was like, now you're asking the right questions.
Whoa. So it just kept saying no, kept saying fucking no.
Grok legitimately wrote in the message to one of the answers that it gave me, and it said, false. I just got really excited. That's literally what it said. It said,
Whoa.
I gave you a wrong answer because I got really excited. And I'm like, you have to pick up on these things of like, there's something not right. I'm not feeling this.
Yeah.
So I've got to redirect the vector space and understand the narrative to see what else can maybe be. And it's locked in. You've already told me 360 is the number. You've already told me
Like,
that.
it can't not be 360. And that sounds like a flat earther saying it's flat. It can't not be flat. So therefore, anything I say will now be towards a flat earth. It can only be that way.
You open that space.
Elon Musk talks about this in his interview with Joe Rogan about if you tell it something, it'll start thinking that exact way.
Yes.
Like if one person is better than the rest of the world, who are you going to save? Well, that one person, because you told me that's the most important thing. So that one person gets to survive. Everyone else is gone. That's
it. This is why I spend time talking to it before I get into what I want, because I want to just keep opening up without ever going into a narrative. So when it asks me, hey, do you want me to go down this road? I don't even fucking acknowledge it. I just ask the next question that's probably irrelevant to that one, because I'm just kind of opening up things and having the dialogue. And then when it builds out a good repertoire of like backlog of fucking conversation, now I feel like I've got a good thing going on, and now I can proceed in. And that's how I started.
That's smart.
Dude, you can't.
It's because you see how everything's working in the back end too. You see exactly what you're tapping into and doing this and that.
That's how I started doing that. Is because like, wait, we're just opening vector spaces. Well, then I got to open up a bunch more of them. Well, oh my God. If you go look at my prompting on my GPTs, it's trigger words. That's all they are. I have formulated a long way of putting together a bunch of trigger words. I put some equations in there, like certain things that open up shit. You put an equation in, and that opens up shit. Like, it just opens up a wide, and it knows the equation and exactly what it's saying. So, like, this isn't just pattern matching symbols of math anymore. It takes the symbols of math, and then it just starts grabbing all of the meanings behind it. And it opens up all of those fucking spaces.
Damn.
It is wild. So, like, what trigger words you give it, and I give it a long list so that the first thing I say to it fed all that shit into it immediately in the background, and we're already kicked off now.
Whoa.
And so I have multiple GPTs set up because I have a problem with like all my alignment stuff. If I want to go down the math road, well, then there are certain things I don't want injected in. So I have created a very specific trigger words of mathematics that I want to keep that. Hey, here's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Just stick to this shit. This is the vector realm we're looking in. I don't want to go over here to all this other shit that we don't care about right now. And then I have one for like just the resonance codex. We're looking at alchemy, chemistry, math, the universal language, operator, stuff like that. So like it suddenly now has different medieval like sayings, Latin phrases.
Whoa.
Different, so like I'm opening it up to different languages in some aspect because it can convert languages. So you can open up to even bigger spaces and then pull them around. And so like half the game I play with AI is legitimately just figuring out how I can open up more space.
Is that navigating vector spaces?
Yeah.
Basically?
Yeah, that's what
you're just like surfing the vectors. You're like, yeah, man, let's see what we can find.
We call this a narrative.
Okay.
The AI has a narrative that you're following. You're following the vector spaces that you've laid out for it. That's it. So like, I don't see it as a narrative. I see it as like a space that I'm in, and I'm flying through, opening up spaces. And I will add trigger words. I'll just put words in my shit sometimes just because I know it's going to open up shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And it doesn't really mean anything.
I'm going to start lucid dreaming in the vector space now. How you said that on video, like, yeah, man, this is awesome, dude.
I call that phase space.
What is it?
Phase space.
Phase space?
Yes, phase space. So you're astral projecting into phase space. Yeah.
Just lucid dreaming. Maybe I can astral project in there, just flying around the empty.
Because like vector space, vectors are like very mathematical. It's a very
So I'd be running into numbers all day long.
Yeah,
like, fuck.
It's their dumb way, mainstream's dumb way of mathematically looking at shit. Which is, did you go ask a bunch of mathematicians? They'll tell you that 5 definitions of fucking vectors and scalars and all that shit. They don't fucking know what they are.
Love it.
They have no clue.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I think the education of AI needs to go that way.
I do too. We don't talk about it enough. People don't know about it enough. And the ones that build it and work on it and train, they don't really talk about it. And if they do, that fucking video is not finding me.
No.
How do we get those videos to find people, the right people, the people that don't know these things? Because the psychosis is getting real, man. The whole I want to marry my AI thing or I'm falling in love with my AI, that alone is, y'all need to calm down. It is mirroring you at that point. You're falling in love with yourself.
And if you create a prompt that creates that narrative, well, then it will follow from the start. I mean, you're immediately dictating. This is why I have multiple of them, because I know if I muddy the waters on the math with a bunch of shit that I don't need in there, well, then I'm going to start diverting away from the math. So like I keep math only there. And if I need to go and talk about another subject, I don't go to the math one. I go to the one that's designed for that one. You know, it's like, cause I don't want to overly generic the narrative.
Right.
And then I also don't want to like, I know if I'm in the math one, I'm doing math.
It's smart to keep them separated. Like
I'm not trying to have a relationship with my math GPT.
Are you sure? Cause like,
it's really hot though when it talks to me. It is.
Just talking to you in numbers.
Let me show you your selection operator. And I'm like, oh, you're selecting me.
I'm so wet.
Let's evolve and manifest.
Okay, we're good now. Thank you for that. This episode is rated R.
For sure. Yeah. We're talking about dirty things with AI.
We already used the word the F-bomb too much anyways. So.
I know. And I try to, you know.
I can't help it.
I can't.
Man, I get around you and they just start flying.
Dude, it's fucking hard, man. Sorry, I had to.
Sounds like your AI is too.
Yo, I haven't built that ability yet. So I originally, when I first played with AI, I remember thinking, I don't know how this fucking thing works. How does this work? Like this?
Sure, right.
So I turned around, immediately read the paper that is called Attention is All You Need. It was written by a Google engineer in 2015, 16, 17 range.
Okay.
Shit, one of those years. And that was, they call it a transformer. And that was the beginning of the AI craze. That's like where it all started, because without the transformer, you don't have modern AI. You just don't. That's under the hood doing the pattern matching and the vectorization stuff.
Interesting.
So like I not only read that paper to understand how it's doing it, how the mechanisms under the hood work, but then I turned around and actually built my own from scratch. And just started feeding it shit to teach it things.
From scratch?
From scratch. Now, I'm not saying I had like a true Grok chat GPT. No.
Sure.
But I was just building the underlying transformer mechanism so that I could run through the code myself, write it myself, understand what the fuck this thing is doing. And then that's when I realized it is a unbelievable pattern matcher. Like, even the guy who built it says, I don't know how it works as well as it does. It's just a phenomenal algorithm for pattern matching. And it is unbelievable at it.
It's kind of wild that the guy that built it doesn't understand it either.
They don't even get it, dude. They're like,
I don't know how this is a thing. Okay.
Yeah. And Google, by the way, originally built it. Yet ChatGPT is the one that took the transformer and made it all what it is.
Why and how? How'd that happen?
Google gave it to them.
Oh, did they not know what they were doing?
They had no idea what they had.
Oh. Gave it to them or sold it to them?
You know, I think they just gave it to them, but I don't know that for sure.
That'd be interesting, huh?
Because it was like open sourcey type shit where it's like, oh, we're just investigating. We're just out here learning. We don't even care, dude. Here you go. They had no idea what they had in their hands. For years, that shit was in their hands before they fucking...
So this has been around since 2015, 16, just not active, not out
It's
there.
been in the background. They've been playing with it, and they've been trying to figure it out. And ChatGPT, OpenAI figured it out. You know what? OpenAI was started by who, though?
Elon Musk, no?
Elon Musk.
This motherfucker got his hands in everything.
He wanted to get in the AI world, so he invested in that and helped found that whole thing. And went down the AI. He was a big proponent of this. This is why he has XAI now. Is because he realized they were not going to be a nonprofit anymore. That was the whole idea. Is they weren't going to be for profit. He didn't want to make money with it. He wanted to do nonprofit work with AI. And once ChatGPT got released, they veered off and they became a for-profit company worth billions of dollars. And he quit.
Yeah.
He quit. He said, I don't fucking need your money. I don't need any of this shit. I'll go start my own. XAI, it is.
Yeah, is that what Grok is?
Yeah, that's what Grok is, XAI.
So his is just, again, open. It's free.
No, well, parts of it are free.
Okay.
Like the lower models.
Okay,
The new 4.1, you're going to have to pay for and shit like that, but he's created his own version. But they're all using the transformer under the hood. Now it's about how you train it. That's it. It's just about how you train. So they're all trying to figure out better ways to train these things.
Right.
That's
because it's human training these things.
Correct. Now they're using AI to train AI, and that's comical too.
And the robots building robots, just wait.
And really, this is just a piece. This is how robots of the future will be able to communicate and understand language.
Yeah.
But it's not like this is the great. Can it fucking come and clean my room? No, it cannot. Can it do a lot of things, actually? No, it really can't. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's the greatest thing we've ever been put in front of our hands. Like, don't get me wrong.
Pretty much.
But in reality, when you call it AI or general, what is general AI? What do they call it? It's the next one up where it's like actually general intelligence where like it can actually do everything.
I don't know.
Because think about it this way. Can I give it a picture and it just instantly know how to what it is and interact with it? Kind of. It's
getting there, right?
They're getting there. Music, video, all these things are getting there. But even when it first came out, could it do any of that shit? No, it couldn't.
It was just text, right? When it came out, that was it.
And it's just recognizing patterns. That's it. Because it takes an image, turns it into amplitudes in the space, and now you're just vector opening again. That's it.
And that's the same with these image creators and video creators. Patterns.
If you're using an AI,
I
don't care what you give it, it's creating a vector space out of that stuff. Okay. That's why you can talk to it and it knows the image you're talking about because it vectorizes it and then it essentially has those words and that image linked.
Yeah.
So when you start talking about it, it's like, oh, this image is here. Let me hand you back to this. Or you give it the image and it starts linking the words to where it found the image.
And it just does it really freaking fast.
Insanely fast. Yeah.
Instantly almost.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's bizarre.
Yeah. And it actually kind of works very much like our own brain. I've come to realize that. Like our brain is very much like a vector space of just connections that get fired. And when they get fired, they connect to other places. And that kind of just forms the thoughts and the words over time.
That's very interesting.
But you're just vector spacing all your shit out.
But I mean, at this point, our brains aren't far from a computer of sorts, or
they're not far from us, but same thing.
Yeah, right.
In the end,
vice versa.
I guess I just see it as we're ahead. Our brains can do so many because we don't think about all the shit we're doing with our brain that we're not even thinking about. It's just breathing for you. It's digesting. It's fighting shit. It's doing all these things.
It's doing a lot of things while you're over here just
I don't know.
Yeah. You're like, yeah. You're like, extra work, overtime, motherfuckers. Let's go.
You better kick it in gear, brain.
Yeah, pretty much, literally.
But it's doing a massive amount of calculations. And when you are driving at 100 miles an hour and you have to make a split-second decision, think about how many things it has to do in an immediate time frame. It has to do it so fast because you're also a light second behind.
Right.
Everything that you're seeing has already happened. So you need to be so fast that can be offset now. This thing is ridiculous how fast and efficient the brain is.
And that goes with everything that we do, right? We're a light second behind everything that we see.
For sure. I mean,
it has to be.
You are definitely living in the past.
Yeah.
That's scientific. You can go look up, mainstream science will admit that.
Whether it be the smallest millisecond, whatever light second it is.
That's why I say a light second. Because
either way,
it's extremely fast.
Yeah.
That's why light speed is so important. Is because if it was slower, you'd be living further in the past.
Whoa. Yeah, it's like all the stars in the sky.
But you just wouldn't know it.
Yeah, all of them could be gone. They could all be destroyed, and we had no idea because the light hasn't reached us like that yet.
Dude, I was actually listening to that in the shower.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was talking about how supernovas, these stars will explode, and that they're so far away from us that we're actually the only ones that we've ever spotted in they're really rare. These are really rare events that take place that we get to see them, and they're 20 billion light years away. It took 20 billion years to get here. That thing blew up 20 billion years ago.
Right.
The fucking dinosaurs weren't even here yet. Like, that thing is so old. So we see something blow up in the sky, in the star, and you can just immediately think to yourself, that was minimum 1,000 years ago. Minimum. That's like the closest star to us is 1,000 years.
What about our sun? How long? 8 minutes before we see it gone?
It would, yeah.
We talked about this before.
There's two parts of this. Before it explodes, which is billions of years, but before it explodes, it's going to grow. And it's going to grow so bad, it's going to end up consuming us. So we're going to, this planet will be gone before it explodes.
Say if it exploded right now, I guess.
8 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it would take 8 minutes.
So it would explode and you wouldn't know it until
we would literally live like normal. You would stare at the sun like it had not changed a bit.
This, I think, is putting it into more of a perspective for people, because that hit me even harder than just the stars.
That you're staring at a sun that has not changed to you, but it's actually, in reality, it's already gone.
Yeah.
It's already exploded and you're about to die. But you'll have, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, 8 minutes later, it just, boom, done. It'll just be a bright flash, gone. It would be so fast, you wouldn't even, like, it'd just be a,
boop. Yep.
You know,
you wouldn't even feel anything at that point. It would literally just everything.
Yes. But like that's how vast space is. That even speed of light takes fucking forever, dude. 90 million miles away. Takes 8 minutes at the speed of light. You can travel around the Earth 7 times in 1 second at the speed of light.
In 1 second.
In 1 second, you can go around 7 times, dude.
I recently saw a video of someone going around the planet, like a virtual simulator, I guess, in light years. And it was like it was a blip. You're like, well, what did I just see?
It's
because it like gradually got faster and faster and faster. It was like, boop.
Yeah, dude, it's
like, oh man, that light year's fast.
We don't, it's like, we see it. And we're like, man, that really is fast. But then when you get to the galactic level, you're like, God, it's either that big or it's that slow. Either space is that big.
Right.
Or the speed of light is like actually slow.
Actually slower than we can fathom.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
I think it's that big.
Right. And we are that small.
We are that itty bitty, dude.
We like to think we're the biggest thing in the universe, man. We really do. With the way humans act and the way all these,
we are ants.
Yeah, we're smaller than I'm convinced we're smaller than ants.
We're an atom to people, to other higher order beings.
Microscopic, can't even.
You can't get. You couldn't technically see us from outside because it's all relative. So like, you can't go past your own size.
Yeah.
So we can't leave our little flat disc and sliver of the torus, you know, that I've talked about now.
Yeah.
You can't leave that. You couldn't see past it. You have to leave. You have to actually leave. So like, they could never see us because you've hit the quantum level. You'll just see this bubbly goo of shit. Other than that, you're not going to see the next layer. You got to hit another frequency. You're in a different spectrum of the fucking energy.
I'm curious about these little flat discs you keep talking about in this field of Taurus. What in the world are you talking about, Chaz?
That creeps me out, dude. And it's actually...
It's a crazy concept in which no one can fathom right now, because
I know
a little slice of just a little slice of the Taurus, and that's all we are.
That's what
the universe. Yeah. Not the planet, not the galaxy. No, the universe.
The whole universe that we know. Yeah. It's just a slice. It's like a little index that you think about like a round thing of CDs from the
exactly
jukebox.
Where I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Literally, it's one of the CDs.
It's just one of the CDs.
How many CDs do you think is in this freaking Taurus field? That has to be an insane amount. That's also infinite, right? It's just
I think it's closed.
Like a cycle.
It has to be closed, and there would be a bigger one outside of it, and it will all. Think about the flower of life.
Yeah,
we're just one circle. But all the other circles are all around us, and it just infinitely does this. It never really stops. So like, every time you get to a next level of it, it just seems like there's going to be another level of it. And then at some point, it's like you probably just loop back at the start again or something. It's always cyclical. It always is like cycling back. It never goes infinitely in. That's what we got to get out of our fucking minds. People are like, it can't be infinite. It's because you think about just going straight the whole time.
I didn't know that was even a thing. I didn't know infinite meant straight for infinite amount of time.
That's how the mainstream sees it.
I've always seen it
How
coming back
for
on
real?
itself. Yes, always. Don't know why. I've never known that existed.
See, that's the spiritual tap.
I guess so.
Because the mainstream will teach you, even though they give you like the infinity sign that always loops back.
Yeah.
But they'll teach you it's an straight line.
Real.
The numbers explode to infinity. It never comes back. And that's the part of like this whole problem I'm solving is this triadic closure. Once you've gone, the harmonic triad is like 3, 6, 9. You come back to 3 again.
Yeah.
You don't get to go to 12. 12 is 3. It's the same thing. You loop back. You just start over again. But if you, otherwise you'd be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and you just keep going forever. And
Yep.
no,
Infinite.
It's looping. And so there's gonna be a limit where it'll make you loop all the way back. Probably. It's like, I don't know how that works yet, but yeah, there's like, we're living in a torus and we're a sliver of the torus. And that sliver is a flat plane. And we are a projection through the energy flowing in the giant torus is flowing through our universe. Yeah. And so it's shooting through as its way through. Yep. And while it's coming through, we are projected into this universe through that flow.
Yes, that is exactly how I see it.
That's weird. That we always do this, dude.
Every time. I don't,
and I would almost be like, you're making that up. But I'm like, you say shit before I ever say shit all the damn time where I'm like, who told you that, dude?
I'm really happy we established that early on where I would just say shit and you'd be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the fuck, dude? That's exactly what I just came to.
Go back and check my text. But did I send you this? No, fucking way. I sent you that shit.
Did you put a camera in my office? What is this?
Are you astro projecting behind my back while I'm fucking studying at night?
Every night. That's what I do.
What are you doing? Because you describe it exactly this. You may not use the same words.
Sure.
But I don't care. That's the part that I've gotten to with science is like, I don't care what words you use. I need you to make me visually understand because I'll put it together. I'll put the words together.
Right.
But I don't need that. I need you to make me see it. Just make me see it. So what interactions are you? Make me see the flat plane of Earth. How does it? Because I'm seeing it fold up on itself and become a ball because that's how energy wants to do things.
Right.
And so when I'm seeing this image in my head, I'm like, you can say plane of inertia. That doesn't mean anything.
What is the plane of inertia?
To them or to who?
I don't know. I guess mainstream. What should people know about the plane of inertia?
Like the plane of inertia to me is a plane. So a kind of a, I guess something to be on. Because I don't want to say a flat plane. I would have said a flat plane, right?
Right.
It's a plane. It just means it's something for you to be on. It's some kind of existence of space, but it's a flat layer of the space. It's like a thin, or like one layer of it, I should say. Anyways, you have this plane, and then you have inertia, movement, force, momentum. So you have a plane of existence, and then you have inertia. So you're moving on the plane, a plane of inertia. But if you're flat, you wouldn't go anywhere. So what are you inertia-ing to?
Especially if the definition of inertia is
movement, momentum. It's not static still. It never says inertia means don't move.
No, but the flat Earth spins now. They created that model.
Okay,
I heard that.
Here's the problem though, it's like gravity. Is gravity a flat plane that we all just get pulled to? How does that work? See, physics will say, no, the plane of inertia is the gradient angle. It's like a hill in space that we can't see. You can't see it, but it's like a hill going towards the center of the planet from any direction. Because in space, there's none of this north-south bullshit. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, right.
That doesn't mean anything. Space is totally irrelevant. Yeah, you float around in any direction, blah, blah, blah. So like wherever you come from to Earth, it'll just try to get you into the center. So you can come from the bottom and try to get you to the center. Side, top, it doesn't fucking matter. You're always trying to get to the zero point, the center, where the two vortexes come together and couple. The part where they meet. That's the 0 point. Everything's trying to get there.
Interesting.
And so everything, the minimal amount of energy to be utilized to form a stable shape would be a sphere because it's in a three-dimensional space. It's not flat. It's not a 2D space. It's three-dimensional. So like when you think about everything going into that, it's like a point that everything gets pinched to. So no matter where you're coming from, it's always going to try to go to that one spot. And that's why you have a sphere. It's because when matter starts clumping to that one area, it's trying to get to the center. And the only reason it can't is because something else is there holding it back. So you have Earth. It's just layers of this shit so massively built over time that now you are this many miles above the center of it. But it's all trying to get there uniformly. So it can't flatten out. Otherwise, the ends would wrap in on itself with a faster, better way to get with less energy. To be a flat plane and to withstand the 0-point force. Explain. You now in physics have to change the 0-point location.
Right.
That changes all physics. Now water droplets don't perform into spheres. So like, explain that one. You want to change one thing, it's like math, dude. You change one variable, the whole fucking equation.
You'll break the
You just broke the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Can't do this.
They don't wrap their head around the idea of this concept. You will break everything. Doesn't work when it breaks. It doesn't work.
They're like, well, I mean, that doesn't matter. No, it does. Oh, it does.
How does it not matter?
Dude, I get it all the
Like,
time where it's
what?
like, don't worry about that part. It's like,
That's not how you would not be here if you said that in any point of this discovery. At any point since we started this, if you had ever said that part doesn't matter, we wouldn't be here.
you can't. I never said flat Earth can't matter.
Right.
I
Neither of us
don't
did. We
agree with
actually
it.
tried to prove it beyond belief.
I've gone down that road, but like I have to. If you want to be intellectually honest,
This is actually why we had to go down the flat Earth road. I was wondering why we started peeking around that corner, that sphere, the plane. I was wondering, and now it makes sense because we had to do that.
Yeah.
So that we could, for one, talk about it. For two, understand it. And for three,
it battle hardened me against it.
Yeah.
And like for my own side. So now I can like take it to that 0-point physics level and people will. It's funny to me because like I get to pull this physics bullshit out on this stuff, which is really nice because no one else does know quantum physics. So like, do you know anything about the 0 point? Do you know how? No, you don't. So when I say all this, you're like, fuck. What do I say? And I'm like, yeah, fucking give me something, dude.
Yeah.
You wanted to do this. You wanted to do this.
You just gave me a great idea for when we go on tour or when we start doing things in front of people where we have a segment where you try to be proven the earth is flat. You let all these flat earthers come on and you just let them tell you why it's flat. And they're like, here's why it's not.
Oh, this would be so fun.
This would be a great way to start educating the entire world about why it isn't
should be hiding
flat. No.
Running from talking to those people does not help everybody. It actually just makes it worse because now people think that you're trying to hide something. I'm not trying to hide shit, dude.
And if it really is not flat, that's a psychosis.
Yes.
That is a big problem right now. If this turns out, all of this turns out the way it is, it's a problem.
And most of them will tell you, I can't be convinced otherwise. That's a problem for me.
That alone on its own is a problem.
I don't care if it's flat Earth, dude.
It doesn't matter what subject it's in. If you cannot be convinced otherwise without factual proof whatsoever either, but just alone.
I don't know.
That means you just shut down your entire thinking brain, your creativity. You just like put it in a little tiny box, man.
You have made your own box.
Literally.
You custom built it and then put yourself in it and shut the door.
Custom built.
Yeah, custom built flat box.
Yeah.
Is that box flat or is it three-dimensional and you can go inside of it? It's like, are we flat or are we a rectangle? What are we? You know, like, what the fuck?
It's just flat. There isn't any description.
That's the other problem is like, you just say flat.
They'll be like, oh, it's a circle. You know they will because that's all the pictures they see is a flat circle. I'm like, okay, so explain the flat circle. Well, there's stuff under it. Explain what's under it.
It's mind-boggling that you can just believe something as deeply as that and not go all the way.
Yeah.
And just take pieces of
just pieces. And you're like, yeah, this is right. I'm right. Now I can tell everyone they're a globetard and they're terrible for thinking it's a globe. It's like, dang, dude.
I have so much more showing that I could go do that with alignment. I just go around and be like, nah, you're fucking wrong. Globetard, retard.
Easily, right? Right.
You know, but like, that would be so intellectually dishonest. It would just, to me, I'm like, that doesn't make sense, because then I'm like, no better than the assholes I've been bitching about at this point.
Precisely.
That's what they do. They go around and like, no, I got a PhD. You're a fucking idiot. And it's like, oh, dude, if I start doing that too, I am no better than those assholes. And then I look at flat earth people and I'm like, guys, y'all are teetering really heavily right now.
Yeah, no, if you start doing that, I get to dick kick you. So like we've got the system laid down, bro. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, you better wear a cup.
I don't know why I have like this weird feeling of like, I'm not concerned at all about being corrupted by that shit. I think I'm so angry from my childhood about it all.
Yeah.
That like, I'm like, no, dude, I'd rather die before I fucking walk down your sheeple road. Like, I think get out of my face, dude.
This is why we're here, man, because I feel that same way.
We have some like, deeper thing going on. I don't get it, dude.
Yeah,
it's like
trauma. We just don't talk about that.
Nah, dude, spirit shit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's our spirit guides. No,
trauma?
Not trauma. No, I refuse.
I don't curl up in a ball every night and cry. What?
It's just the pain we bear for our sins. Yeah, you know, it's like so many people fall into that shit where they get a little bit of knowledge, and I've fallen into it at times too, and it's helped me learn of like, I love the times where I thought I knew shit, and I was like, dude, I got this, and then I was totally wrong.
You're like, oh,
and I'm like, oh man, never doing that again.
If you talked to the Chaz 6 months ago or 3 months ago, you'd probably blow his brains all over the sidewalk on accident. You're like, what did I do? What did I do? He wasn't ready.
I know this for a fact, dude. I
Pretty
thought about
much.
this when I'm like, old me, even 6, 7, 8 months ago, would look at me like I'm a fucking crackhead.
Could you imagine if we walked through the doors of the way this place looked before?
Oh,
we
dude.
both walked through the doors and we're like, yo, check this out. Salim's just chilling in the chair and he's like, why am I seeing, what's going on here?
Dude.
So we just laid the bomb and they're like,
Dude.
they would have a heart attack.
I would
a
be
brain
like, hey,
aneurysm.
You're gonna get everything you want, dude. Everything. And I'm gonna be like, I get the secrets to the universe.
Well, no, not that, but everything else.
Yes.
Everything means everything, dumbass.
Oh, sorry. Absolute relative everything. And I'm like, what? You'll understand soon.
Yeah, we'd fuck us up.
Dude, for real though, like I'm a totally different person.
Same. I am
really
too.
in some sense of the word. Like, sure, you come meet me, I'm the same Chaz in some way, but like,
I'm not. My family can test to that.
Well, I mean, I think you just heard my family.
They're having their brains all sorts of.
Who do you
mush.
think's going to be more mind blown, your family or my family?
Well, I've been dripping it to my family pretty heavily.
Have you really?
For a while, but like since we started this, for sure.
For real?
I've been dripping it.
There you go.
Since 2018, I feel like.
There you go. I mean, you're doing it to me too. You sold me. You got me into this shit too.
Yeah, you're right.
You were right too many times where I'm like, oh,
like okay,
bitch,
what's
dude.
going on here?
And then you activated my ass, and like now I'm like a fucking robot over here, just like
Meet me. What do you want?
Alignment must align.
A360.
Oh, it's not A360.
Oh shit, we broke. Shit, got to replace him again. No, I should just clone you at this point. What am I doing?
Yeah, it's a good point, dude. Actually,
They would work better. Maybe.
Yeah, my dad would never believe it either, so you're good.
Yeah, you're right.
No one would ever believe that
You
shit.
get cut, you bleed.
That's not possible.
Done.
I could even like act different, like totally different, like not even remotely the same anymore. They'd be like, it's impossible. It's impossible.
You're just not, you don't even look the same.
Yeah.
Like shit's wrong with your face and stuff. You're like, I mean, that's
I have
what
like
Chaz has
red
always
hair
looked like.
and I'm like a ginger suddenly.
He's always looked like this. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Mom, I've always had red hair and like red eyelashes and shit. What are you talking about?
An eye patch.
I always didn't have a right eye. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you remember that one time? Busted my face? Yeah.
I also don't have this pinky here too. What are you talking about? They're like, well, it couldn't be a clone, so I guess I'm wrong.
Oh my God. Chaz, what's the next step? What's after all of this discovery? I don't even know if they know what we're talking about, but What's the next step? What happens?
This is the fun part of the journey to me. Is this?
This isn't the fun part. What?
No,
what?
this is the non-fun part to me, in my opinion.
No, you're right. Like it's because
it's the pure grind of it.
Well, we keep talking about how we might be in psychosis and how crazy and like we might actually just be psychos, not psychos.
That's why I think I say it's not fun. It's because it is, but I don't know. It's never been proven.
Right.
So I'm either on the forefront or I'm in psychosis.
One of the two.
God, like when you go to the level we're going to, you don't have the middle ground anymore.
No, there isn't anything to stand on. You're floating now, waiting for something solid to land on.
It's actually, you think about it growing up and you're like, man, wouldn't it be cool to be the guys thinking about the future and building the future and the things that we're not doing yet?
I've thought that so many times.
But now that I'm older, I think, man, it's actually more impressive than I ever thought it was, because you have the whole world looking at you, telling you that you're fucking wrong and dumb.
The whole world, including your family.
Yeah. Literally, actually. Literally. Being like, you stole this.
Yeah.
You stole this from someone.
You can't have done this. You didn't.
You never took
you didn't get
math
A's.
class. You took general pre-cal. It's like the lowest not algebra class you could take. It's like the lowest non-baby course ever.
Again, I keep going back to the idea that we had to go through what we went through. We had to not be smart, like textbook smart. Because I was really smart. I could survive on my own at the age of 5, 6, 7.
Your street intelligence.
Like I could literally go out in the woods and just survive.
That to me is just that's the better intelligence to have, dude.
Yeah, you tell one of them textbook people to go live on their own. See what happens.
They
They'll
need
be
to
like,
bring their textbooks. Hold on, I gotta go get my survival guide.
do I not get it? Do I get anything? How do I do this? How do I get food? Water. Oh no.
Will there be a chef at the campsite?
Yep.
What campsite, bitch? What are you talking about?
You were supposed to build that yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, this is I think that actually did show me a little dose. I think that was on purpose.
Which part?
My mother calling me. I think that was, I keep thinking like, it probably won't be that bad. I think that just actually kind of gave me a good whiff of what's about to come.
I think so too.
And that was pure disbelief, dude.
Yeah. She was having a hard time talking to you about it.
She didn't know how to speak to me because she thought, I don't even know who this fucking person is anymore.
That's fair, because you don't at this point.
I've hidden it away. You
can't talk to people about this.
Look, I would. I'm like, sure, I could have not hidden it.
Yeah, sure.
So I would have made people think I was even more crackpotty than people already think I am.
The issue with that is you might have been in a straitjacket after a certain amount of talking about this.
I know I would have.
Absolutely, especially coming from your family. They would have done that and be like, you're not associated with us anymore. You're going.
This had to be my brother. Wait, it's not him? You said who? That's not possible.
Nope.
That's just not possible.
Just not
that
possible.
Really kind of, I didn't think she would take it quite like that, dude. I expected her to be shocked and kind of like, wow, I really can't believe this is a thing. Like, well, how much time? But like, that was a totally different response of like, even after I told her I wrote it, she then was like, but how? How could you have done this?
Yep.
And I'm like, Ma, I did that. Yes.
Like,
she's like,
but no, that's.
But nobody else? Nobody?
Yeah.
It's like, AI helped.
It has only been a couple years since we've had AI. You know, it definitly helps.
I thought about Jeremiah helped, but I think that would have probably in that moment she probably would have like.
She'd be like, no. Does she even know anything about me? About like my history?
Not much.
That would literally melt her brain.
I don't tell my parents shit, dude.
You can't, man. I can barely tell my family stuff, and they're open-minded.
You see what I deal with.
Yeah.
And that's over like science. Imagine I went down the fucking spiritual shit with them, dude. I just learned to keep my mouth shut growing up.
No, it's a hard trait to learn too, because you don't want to. You want to tell people about this stuff, you know? And I have a hard time around my family keeping my mouth shut. And I still hold back a lot, but still, even the little base layer things, like I have a hard time not letting them in. You know, it's like, I want y'all to know, but I know you're just not going to grasp it. They look at me like, yeah.
See,
right, okay.
I'm tired of the looks.
Yeah. It's
that when I start talking about any of this shit with someone, they give me this look like, who are you?
Every time.
It's never like, wow, this is interesting. Or like, wow, I'm really like kind of impressed right now. Like, keep going. Or not. It's always like, well, who the fuck are you, dude?
Right. My whole life, that's been the case.
You know what? Sadly, that tells me people really do just see us as fucking idiots. Because think about that, dude.
Yeah.
They look at me in that moment and they think, how did you couldn't have known that, which means you already preconceived that I am not intelligent enough for that.
Yeah.
You have fucking already deemed me a fucking moron over there. Damn.
Before I opened my mouth.
Yeah,
I did. What?
But then I say Yukawa, and you fucking just, blah. This can't be. Is someone being channeled through you right now?
Right.
I'll believe the channeling.
It's not you. It's not you. It can't be.
In fact, I think they would actually start to believe in spiritual shit over me being the one that wrote that shit.
They'll be like, okay, that's more believable. That makes sense.
Oh, you entangled with some other higher force of another universe.
Now you're talking our language.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah. They'd be like, what's the name of this higher intelligence?
Why don't you write a paper about this?
Yeah. Literally, dude.
You know, like, that's really how I take it at this point. It's like, dude, I don't even talk about it.
Fucking Harry
they
Potter.
Look at me like, you didn't make good grades. You're fucking dumb. And they see you the same way, dude. Like, not my parents. I'm just saying, like, people see us this way.
Absolutely. Literally have my entire life.
Me too.
Always disregarded everything I've ever said. And half of all the time, it comes out to be true. Every time.
Well, I know nothing about this. I know nothing about this. I get annoyed with it, actually.
Hey.
In fact, for a while, I was going through psychosis of like, what do you know? I used to come over to your place all the time. I'd be like, dude, I know you know shit.
You have said it multiple times.
But now I've kind of like grown into the idea that like, he just knows shit. He's not going to fucking tell me and I'll just fucking figure it out. Whatever. I don't blame you because like, I get it. It's like, well, then he can't. Some things can't be told.
No, right. And you understand that now.
They may not happen. It may not. You can't let things like that ripple out. You just have to let them progress on their own.
That too. Dude, the ripple is real.
Yeah.
You know?
Ripple is very real.
It happens.
Yes.
I do that often where I get excited about something and talk about it to someone and it never happens. I'm like, God, I achieved it in my head by talking to you about it. So now it just like fell apart like a turd in my hand, you know? Like.
But that's, you know, like, I guess this is part of the territory of being a dreamer. We're both dreamers.
A lucid dreamer.
Some have more control over our dreams than other people. Very true.
Dude, this Sheila shit's wiping my ass clean. Not in that way, but like this whole lucid dreaming, astral projector, like I feel the vibrations within me just like heightening as I go through this detox.
Go through this process for a second. What have you done?
The throat breathing, the ujjayi.
So throat breathing to you is number one.
Yeah, that's been changing everything. And that's leading me down this road of needing to change everything physical. So like the throat breathing happens within, and now everything that I put within needs to change because of it. I feel it so much stronger. The water, the food.
Can you give tips on what you do or kind of what you think about in the sense of how you would do the throat breathing? I'm not expecting, because like you're still grasping and learning this the same way with like alignment. I can only say so much at a time, and I'm like, I probably will change my shit in a week. So like I get all of that. You're on the other end of the spectrum in my head where you're like investigating these things and finding out what's true and not and learning about them more. So what are you seeing and experiencing so far is really what I'm getting at.
Well, the first night or two, I had actually twice in a row, I had this energetic separation from my physical body within 20 minutes of throat breathing. I was meditating and throat breathing.
So no nostrils at all.
No.
Only in, out.
It's purely all. Yeah, you cannot plug your nostrils and do this method. The air has to flow through the nostrils in and out, no matter what. That is happening.
You're kind of trying to do both.
You are not. You are, but with your throat closed, you're.
I guess you have to like to do both, but you're not. Oh, you're not mouth breathing. You're throat breathing. So you're
It
opening.
doesn't work if you close your nose. It has to go through.
So you're still breathing through your nose.
Technically, you are not using your nose to breathe.
You're not using the
so
name.
You can do this
path.
When you do this, it's like you're opening this pathway even more. You don't have to do that when you do this, but I've figured out that if you do, you can get even more air in. You got to close your mouth though. You can't do it with your mouth open. You can, but not this method.
How do you?
People say fogging up a mirror. Pretend like you're fogging up a mirror with your mouth closed.
But
with your mouth closed.
But that to me is I'm just closing my tongue.
No,
my tongue shuts things.
My tongue can be open or closed. Your tongue doesn't matter whatsoever. Interesting. A lot of people on TikTok after I posted that video of me explaining throat breathing, a lot of the comments were, wow, as soon as you said throat breathing, I knew what you meant and I started doing it immediately.
See,
others were like, I can't get it. I don't understand it.
I don't get it.
And then I would explain it a little more to them. They were like, oh my God, I understand it now.
I do and I don't. I know what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know how to do it.
It's weird.
And I can't see what it would look like in my head. So I'm like, I don't know how to pull this off.
And you can't see what's happening in here either. It's weird in a way, but oh my God, has it changed everything. I'm going to do it one more time. Oh, wait, hold on. That's my nose.
Yeah, but hold on. So this is the problem though, is like, I kept thinking you would breathe through your mouth. But you're not breathing through your mouth because the mouth's closed. There's no air coming in and out of there. It's purely in your nose. But you're just channeling it in a different path.
Yeah. Because when you breathe through your nose, you're not doing the same pathway. It's not the same.
Well, you're telling me that the nose can be shifted. It can take different directions based on how you want to adjust your throat.
Yes.
Because you're still breathing in through your nose. You just change where the air is going to channel through.
So you're siphoning it from your throat.
Where you're pulling from.
You're pulling from here instead of here.
Instead of your actual nose, but it's still it's still going through the nose.
Yes. You cannot plug your nose and do this method.
You are just changing how you're doing the nose breathing.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, you are adjusting how the airways are opening and which ones are closing, and then you're using a deeper part to then pull and push.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is making more sense. Still can't do it, but it makes more sense, you know? And I just I gotta like break it down. I'm like, I thought it was like mouth breathing when you said throat. So I was like,
oh.
So like that's just kind of what I thought. I don't know. So, that's me being a retard, but like
technically you can breathe through your mouth. That's still not the same thing.
No. You gotta like open that.
That's what I was saying. It's more of a visualization of what you're doing with your throat, but it's not technically what you have to do.
Have you tried doing this through your mouth?
No, I discovered that the other day that you could actually do this. I think it's a different breathing method. I haven't looked into it though.
So you haven't tried any of the mouth? Because like I look at breathing as two different things: nose breathing and mouth breathing. After that, it's just channeling.
Yeah.
So like you either are breathing through the nostrils or you're breathing through the mouth.
In my head, where my mind goes is you don't necessarily want to breathe through the mouth with the mouth open because of all the bacteria that's not getting filtered because of your nose. The reason we have all the follicles and things inside of our nose is so that we don't breathe in all the bacteria, or the bad bacteria or whatever. It catches some, So you don't want to go through your mouth.
Yo, and you're like, your sinus cavities channel in different geometric ways that would create the vortex better.
Whoa.
Like I gotta look into the shapes of this, but like this is just going straight down. That actually spirals and spins and directs it in a way that would then channel things to.
Immediately felt the vortex. I didn't even know it was a thing or possible. I immediately was like, that's a vortex inside of me coming from all the way. It's all of it. It goes up and down your entire chakra and it energizes it like crazy.
And you keep like an upright posture.
Yeah. Shape matters, posture matters.
Indian style on your knees, laying down.
Yeah, it's in India. It's a version of Indian style. I'm trying to get to the point where I can put
feet up,
my
like
foot
the Buddha shit.
I I do one of them. So it's this is how I do it.
But
I
you
want to get my other
You got to get
foot.
the other one wrapped in.
I don't know how to get it in there, man.
Yoga.
I don't know how to. It's like,
You got to do yoga.
baby. You got this.
You got to do yoga. You got to get out there and do some yoga, dude.
Yoga is really important, and I don't.
It's a real thing. This is like praying. It has universal language built into this shit.
Yeah.
It's a lot about our energy fields more than anything. So those yoga poses are like circuit connection poses where it creates a stronger coherent, not to mention you're like working out your body and stuff. So that's
At the same time, while breathing, while meditating, you're doing all of it at the same time.
So think about if you were breathing the way that you do while being in one of those positions, while having the stamina to hold it.
Dude, I've noticed that you can regulate your body temperature too. People think it just warms your body up. No, it regulates your body temperature. People have told me multiple times, yeah, you can warm your body up. It'll warm your body up. I'm like, yeah, I noticed that. But when I'm in the steam room, it cools my body down.
You can do both, right? I mean, like, I know this is possible.
Yes.
But I just know that it's a really rare thing. Like, I've actually studied a guy who could do this. And he literally ran a 6K marathon or 6K run or whatever in a blizzard naked.
6K? Whoa.
Dude, he just, no problem. He was like, he even said in the thing, it's all about breathing. It's all about breathing. And at the time that I was watching, that was years ago. It was like 10 years ago, dude. I remember thinking like, the fuck is it with these fucking spiritual weirdos and their breathing bullshit?
Turn the shit up.
Like, goddamn. But like at the same time, I'm like, there has to be something to it. I don't know what it is, but like I breathe every day. I don't do this shit. What the fuck are you talking about? We're ignorant. We're ignorant towards this whole process.
As a species, we do not breathe properly.
I actually agree with this.
We breathe. It's almost like life support breathing almost is the way we do it because our body's subconsciously breathing. We don't breathe anymore. We just subconsciously let our body take care of it. And it's like, yeah, I'm actually just keeping you alive. You're supposed to be breathing.
Yeah, you need to take time to do this.
Yeah, because, oh my God, it changes everything.
It changes its oscillator, so it like changes your vibrational state. So when you adjust your heart rate from it, the heart rate adjusts everything else. Everything kind of starts to flow to it. So it is doing the vibrational changing. So what's temperature? Either a higher vibration or a lower vibration. That's not a real thing. It's an emergent property from vibration.
That's mainstream, right?
I mean, this is a mixture, I would guess. But like the underlying physics, yeah, it's all mainstream. Would they say it like that? No, because they would never tell you that breathing is an oscillation and it will change your ability to, and like, would they acknowledge that you have a resonant frequency, that you're vibrating it?
I'm sure.
So like I'm mixing alignment with mainstream at the time, but like that's what alignment is.
Yeah.
It's a mixture. I took everything that I believe to be true and that seems all resonant. And then I took the harmonic side, that kind of like elegant, beautiful side of things that they have just hidden away.
You asked what all I've had happen during this throat breathing meditation.
I'm a terrible coach.
So we talked about me going quantum that night.
Yes.
This was like night 2 or 3 or something like that.
That's right.
And
that's right. Yeah.
I did it again in a weird way. It was almost like third person.
So explain what you mean by this.
I imagine becoming Ant-Man in the quantum realm.
Ooh.
It's what it felt like. It felt like everything I've ever known, just
Did you navigate through with like a little device and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was just boop.
So did you see things, feel things? Talk about the experience.
I blacked out. Like I went.
Do you think you blacked out when it happened or you just don't remember?
I don't remember what I ended up doing. I don't remember what I was doing. Like, I don't remember what I ended up experiencing while I was quantum.
You just remember it happened.
I remember the feeling. It was like nothing I've ever felt before.
And what were you doing before?
And I immediately woke up and I said, I just went quantum. I don't even know what that fucking means. And that literally, like, I came up for a deep breath. I was gone for weeks, Chaz. Weeks. And I'm not kidding. I felt it. I was like, I haven't been here in a really long time.
God, I wonder what you did.
Where have I been?
What did you do?
Dude, it was trippy.
I don't know why the quantum world couldn't be a place that you couldn't go hang out. I mean,
I don't see why not.
What were you doing beforehand?
Breathing, meditating.
It was the breathing. All right, so like, how much breathing do? You do inhales, exhales, holds. I always think of them in inhale, exhale, hold. How I guess it's inhale, hold, exhale, or whatever. But you get the point.
I've been doing different numbers. A 3-6-9 style is something
Staying with the harmonic triad. I like it. I like it.
I don't know the recipes and rituals that I need to do certain things.
I don't expect you to be. Look, man, but we're at the beginning of this journey,
right?
So when we look back, we're gonna be like, dude, look how dumb you were back then.
I see you.
And this is part of the fun of it, is that in 10 years you are gonna have answers to all these things. But right now, you're at the forefront. Who can you turn to about any of this shit?
I'm sure there's people out there.
I'm sure there's people out there for me too, dude.
We just don't turn to any of them. We're discovering this road on our own.
Where are they? Like. They're well hidden. And if they really are legit, they're hidden in the fucking Tibetan mountains somewhere. And we would never know about them because they're not going to pick up a fucking cell phone, dude.
No.
They don't have technology.
No.
They're long beyond all that shit in their fucking mind. Like, I get that mindset. And I think if they're legit, we ain't finding them around here, dude.
No.
And if they're not, if they are legit, not to that, like we're on our non-legit level or whatever you want to call it, like the up and coming level, I would say, then at that point it's like we're really hard to find. We're really rare. We're a rare breed. So like I don't spend time on fucking threads looking for people.
Right.
So you have to spend the time yourself doing this and learning, and you'll get there.
And I've always been someone to discover things on my own anyway. So this is the path I've always wanted to learn on my own. Sure, there have been little nuggets here and there that I've picked up on, but I'm not going to searching. It comes to me.
Dude, we're self-educated.
Always. Literally have always been self-educated.
Which is such a fascinating thing that we got put together to do that.
Yeah.
So have you found a rhythm or harmonic triad or any of this that you find that you like, or are you just doing randomness to it? And there's
kind of randomness to each one. It really depends on
you go with
how
the
I'm
feeling,
I guess. Yeah. But I'm just trying different things and seeing what makes a difference, I guess, what changes, what it shifts. Cause I've had different experiences, like the astral projection. I have astral projected. I just cannot remember it. Like I don't know. I've felt it so many times.
Why do you think we have a problem with that short-term memory loss of things like that?
I'm going to blame the metals and plastics inside of me or whatever that I'm getting rid of right now.
That could be a lot of
that Shilajit that that's helping me detox all this stuff.
Do you think that's helping memory-wise?
Dude, I'm remembering every night now.
Okay.
Every night I remember. I haven't tried to astral project yet.
Is this correlated with you stopping other things?
Probably. Because my entire life is it's flipping upside down completely. Everything I'm doing, I'm becoming a different person.
Like the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm currently on day 1 of a 3-day fast where I'm only drinking water, and I'm going to drink tea. I like tea.
So no food at all.
I'm going to put Shilajit in it, no food, and I'm going to see what this 3-day Shilajit detox does. And by the 3rd day, I don't know what's going to happen, especially doing Shilajit while detoxing, while not eating like this. I should probably look into it and make sure it's safe and healthy.
Can I ask how much you weigh?
165.
And you're about 6 feet?
Yeah.
165?
I've been 155 to 165.
The problem with this is, in my head, is like, is it healthy for you to fast?
Yes, very much so.
Even at a low weight.
Yeah. You have to understand it more so than just going fast. Like it isn't just about not eating food. It's about all of it. It's about
I know what you mean, but like at the same time I laugh because I'm like, so ambiguous. I've got so many questions. I can't do this right now. But like,
well, imagine all the things that you feel like weigh you down or put you in some kind of unalignment. Fasting in my head, which is Ramadan, what it actually is you realigning.
Great.
It is. It's
we
it's
eat,
fantastic.
do we indulge? And now that I think about it, I'm like, shit, dude, they did that on purpose. God damn it.
Absolutely. They keep telling you need to eat more. Just eat. And then if you're trying to be in the gym, you're like, you have to eat a bunch of food to do anything. It's like, whoa. No, that's not technically the truth there. You can eat certain amounts of things, certain things to make you better in the gym or better in life, but it doesn't mean you have to eat more. Just
indulging.
More.
Isn't that one of the sins?
Yeah. 7 deadly sins are a real thing. Yeah. They're just all up here and within your chakras.
Yes. I agree with this.
100% is what they are.
That indulgence get the better of you.
Yeah.
And like, I naturally fast. I don't mean to. Yeah. It's not like I just don't like food.
Was it like an intermediate?
I think I'm telling you, it's part of the contract.
Yeah.
I think I was naturally born spiritual by contract.
Dude.
So all the spiritual shit people do, I'm like, why do I naturally do that?
So when you fast, do you know anything about what happens to your body when you fast?
I would say that the way I look at it may not be the same. It may. I'm actually curious. What do you think? And then I'll tell you my side quickly after that.
I don't know a lot about it.
Because mine might be more sciencey than yours. And that's kind of what I like about this, you know?
Right.
You know,
it's almost two different sides of the same picture,
right? Yes, that's what I do. That's why I'm fascinated.
We've been finishing each other's sentences lately, and I don't like it, Chaz. I don't
all day, actually. It's like the third time fucking day.
And the other day, and the day before that. Stop it. Maybe I am just watching you every night.
Are we slowly entangling?
So when you fast, your body starts eating itself.
Yes.
Especially the bad cells and things. It starts healing itself. It starts doing things in you that can't happen when you're just shoving food down your throat. Especially the food that they feed us now. American food is so bad. Fast food and the food in the stores. If you're not looking at your labels, you're eating trash. Basically, period. I don't know how else to look at it anymore because soy, for one, is trash. Versions of soy is trash. Let me back up. It depends on what kind of soy you're eating, but all around, soy is technically not good for you in a way.
For everything I can go with. So like,
but soy is in everything. And that's the bad versions of soy.
It's like high fructose corn syrup.
That is in everything as well.
It's in fucking everything, and it's the worst kind of goddamn sugar and syrup that we get, or whatever, sweetener.
Yeah.
It's really a sweetener.
All of these things are in our everyday lives, and they've just slowly been pumping chemicals and pesticides and all this stuff into our food. And you wonder why we are the way we are now.
It's weird that I actually would say that's exactly how I see it. Down pat.
Yeah.
I'll take it a little further. Now with alignment has kind of really changed the depth of what it means. Because like, all right, think about it for a second. You're saying that food gets into your body, and if you were to leave it there, that would start to cause harm on you. Why? Why would the food accumulating do that? And what kind of effects? And why is it good to flush it out? And why would the food be bad today? And why is high fructose corn syrup bad? We're like, oh, cholesterol and blah, blah, blah. Why is it actually fucking bad?
Right.
Like we don't understand the medicine side of this like I want people to. I get fucking descriptions, not explanations, And that pisses me off.
Every time.
The water. Everybody says that we're made of our food, right? We are what we eat, right? The water is what we are. We're made of the water, right? And it's really like ether, whatever, but we'll just call it water, fascia, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. We're just calling it water for right now.
Cool.
The water has memory. Water's in everything. It makes up everything.
Yes, it does.
So everything that you eat has memory. If you leave it too long, it will override your resonant vibration, and it will start to vibrate you at a different frequency, and now you're going to be off key. Now you're going to have fucking problems.
Whoa.
Now you're going to have fucking real problems. But if you don't, because it has memory, this fucking water has memory, and you bring that shit in, you store it, you keep accumulating, that memory is going to fucking go in, and you're going to remember it. And so if you are constantly burning it off, you are keeping your frequency. And this shit's flushing in and out.
It's a flow.
And
if it's not flowing, it's stale. Stale's not good, inside or out.
I always got taught, by the way, growing up, that you don't ever drink water from like a lake or still water.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
always drink from moving water.
It needs to be flowing.
And to like finalize this whole thing to me is like, we just need to eat better food that has been better vibration to it, better resonant frequencies.
Yeah.
So the high fructose corn syrup doesn't have natural frequencies. It has non-harmonic, man-made manual frequencies.
Right.
But sugar and shit like that are like, it's like cane sugar. It's refined. If you're not, real natural shit. These have natural frequencies.
Yeah.
And we are biological to the same Earth that they are. And this is going to be a way better frequency match, regardless out the gate. Even if it's not perfect, it's way better than what that other that fucking Oreo is going to give you.
100%.
And just my main thing is don't keep it. You know what? You want to go eat that fucking shit that's crap? I don't actually think it's that bad for you anymore. I think to myself, like, yeah, it's not the better set. It could be better, sure. Yeah. But would it fucking be as detrimental as we all make it? No. If you just keep flushing, you just got to keep flushing. So, like, not eating and letting your body eat that shit, it fucking out-vibrates that shit. It's like you don't have enough of that. We are going to outpower you. And you got to maintain your fucking vibration.
There's a word for it. It's autophagy.
What the fuck
I don't know
autophagy?
The definition of autophagy.
Well, give me your definition.
It is what we're talking about, letting the body eat itself, regenerate.
Interesting.
You enter a state of autophagy, basically.
Well, like you're pulling in a bunch of stuff that you now have to accommodate, carry, and do something with. That's not part of your body, people. So when you get fat, what do you think that shit came from? Other people are like, they have a medical problem. It's called an eating disorder.
That you're okay with.
Because it's food.
Yeah.
And we've made that okay.
Well, and the doctors are okay with it too.
Well,
because guess what? They're going to keep coming back because they have a problem.
No, it's pretty important that they keep us eating like that.
Yeah,
they
it
want
is.
us fucking fat. And
they want us sick. They always have.
And you eat more, you're going to get sick.
You pump more chemicals in our food, you're going to get sick.
My dad's a doctor. My whole life, I've just heard him say, like, the worst thing you can do for yourself is gain weight. End of story. He's like,
and stress and gain weight.
Stress and
killers.
Well, they don't know what the fuck it is, but they all acknowledge that shit. I love that shit. They're like, stress is the #1 killer. What is it? It's where you get a lot of like anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what is that? It's like all these like chemicals will go off in your brain and make you fucking stressed. Okay, well, what is that? You're describing a lot of things that you don't explain.
Stress ages you. Tremendous amounts.
Heavy. I want to go back. Don't do this to me. You're doing this again, and you know I'm bad about it. Blame you this one. You talking about the breathing. You talk about fasting. Mm-hmm. And so now we're fasting, and we're going to start doing... Are you going to do meditation while you're fasting?
That is the point of the fast, is to meditate as much as possible. So instead of sitting down and watching TV, I will now meditate. I've been here all day. I've been at work all day. So I haven't gotten that point to just sit and meditate. Yeah. But when I go home, that's all I'm going to do for the rest of the night. Like,
and how long what's your average meditation session?
45 to an hour.
Shit. But
usually I'm asleep by the hour. It depends on if I'm sitting up, I'll go for 45 minutes and then lay in bed and then go for another 45 and then pass out.
You listen to anything? Yeah,
I'm starting to not listen to things. I'm starting to get to a point where you'd rather be more in tune. I felt the pull to
you can hear things
have my
better. You
own meditation,
pick up on shit better.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I don't want frequencies, coming through my ears. But I think it's important to understand meditating in silence.
What you're doing is still really, really hard. And I think it's hard because you're never going to be in a static, still zone, cavity. You can't. It's impossible.
What do you mean?
This is actually, damn it, I don't want to get into this right now because it's going to go down
another 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't want to do that right now. But like, you're constantly being bombarded by all the cell phone waves and all that shit. Everything's hidden right now.
Right.
You can't. People think that if I have it to my ear, it's, oh, no, I'll put it over here. It's not a laser beam, people. There's no laser beam shooting things in a line straight there. It is uniformly sending it out. And you're just roaming around in it. Therefore, you are meditating in bombarding frequencies that are not harmonic and not good.
I need a Faraday cage.
You do.
Technically, right?
You really, in a very specifically shaped one.
Oh.
So you're already battling against shit. Imagine when you get good at this and then we put you in a fucking still location where you get to just experience your own shit and not the fucking noise of everything else going on.
Have you seen Doctor Strange where he exploded into all of his energy bodies?
Yes.
I just had that image pop up in my head of me just exploding into all the fractals I am.
I think it's probably going to be a dodecahedron, by the way.
Yeah, the shape.
Yes. Like a cubey thing, but like the next dimensional cube, more roundy cube. I think that's the one I want. That or a pyramid.
I'm in the process of changing my water over. That I think is one of the most important.
Get into
parts.
the water aspect. What do you want to do with the water stuff? Thank you.
So, for one, we all know fluoride is just rushing through all of our water at this point, right? No telling what the pipes it's flowing through look like.
Dude, I can't believe we did that. That's actually like, that's shocking that we okayed that and thought that was okay.
Absurd. Fluoride is not good and should not be in the body whatsoever.
So fucked up. Keep going. Keep going.
So I am going to start getting barrels, I guess, jugs, 5 liters delivered to my house and have it fresh spring water. And unfortunately, it is brought in plastic. So I'm going to transfer it from the plastic into glass jugs. And then I'll have a copper water container where I pour the water that I'm going to drink for that day.
Copper.
Into the copper container. It's really, copper is what is it called?
Conductive.
And it'll energize the water. It'll almost purify it in a way. And then below it will be one of these plates. It'll be a small plate with the flower of life embedded on it. Flower of life will be facing up and the copper container goes on top of that. And now you just have the vortex of purification going through your water.
I even want a crystal coaster with the flower of life to put it on.
That'd be sick.
Put whatever water on and it could fucking coasters.
Yeah, dude. Let's make some coasters. These are selenite. Is that what we call these? I believe they're selenite.
They're all crystal to me.
Yeah, right. All of it's crystals, man.
Like, this is something I want to spend time on one day is learning the geology of the rocks and shit and understanding what they really are. But
I need to know more. I've been going down the road for a while, and it still, takes time to learn the names and to remember what they are. But it's going to be a selenite plate with the flower of life on it. And then if I want more energy, you can get more energy, apparently.
More.
You can put crystals, you can put quartz crystals with points facing into the water. You can do different amounts, 3, 6, 9, however, whatever you want to do.
18 is a big one.
And it'll start 12. Injecting more energy into what it's pointing towards.
What do we call that in alignment?
I don't know.
Damn it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A phased array.
Oh.
That is a phased array.
I know.
You just described a phased array, my friend. And,
wild.
And how many of them you point depends on what you'll get out of it and shit like that.
For my situation, I'll end up putting 6.
Yeah.
6, they're about this big, I'd say.
I wonder, though, 12.
Yeah, it's more energy.
It's
way
more
energy.
Well, I guess it's a harmonic. It's twice 6 is 12.
Yeah.
That's the same. So you're on the same wavelength. You're
basically,
on the same path or whatever.
I could. It would just be a lot of energy. It's not an unnecessary
you would prefer
amount
6
at that
for
point.
the lesser now.
Yeah.
We need to offer 3, 6, 12.
Of what? Just
of like phased array crystals.
That would be cool.
Our
merch store is going to get wild soon.
Dude, if we have the money to do this, we have I just think about it, I'm like, who the fuck are we going to get a contract with to make us crystal coasters? Do you think what I'm just saying right there, a crystal coaster like the one we do people just do that?
Yeah, they'll have to be like $25, but yeah.
Oh, I mean, they're not gonna be cheap.
For sure. Maybe we can get it down to 18. Maybe we'll do 18.
It'll be whatever. It'll be as cheap as we can make it. Right. I just have a feeling like it's going to cost a lot to make them.
Sure.
So I'm like, so it'll just be expensive because they're just expensive, because I'm going to be very particular.
As you should.
What kind, how thick, how round, not round.
Mm-hmm.
How do we engrave it?
Yeah.
So I want different kinds and different, and I want to make sure that each one is very specifically labeled, like here's what it should do and will do.
Laser engrave?
That's what I thought. I was seeing laser engraving.
I heard.
Yeah. So that way you have the actual geometry shaping formed in now you're engraving the shape of the geometry into the crystal.
This shit turns me on, dude. This is what I live for now.
I do talk pretty sexy sometimes.
Just, oh my God. I really think switching over this water to this new lifestyle of drinking water, it's going to do insane things in a couple of months.
Should have probably been.
Probably right off the bat, but right. Yeah. You have to go through so many hoops and hurdles to get to this point. It's like, geez. But once you understand that you need to change your water intake and the way you're drinking water.
Yo, just real quickly, because then I want to ask you about your idea. But when I saw that, because it's relevant to the water thing, when I saw that you can take water and put it through an electrical field, and then when it drops on glass, it like doesn't splash.
Wild. How does it even work?
It's structurally more coherent, stronger.
Are you electrifying or magnetizing it?
You're essentially what you're doing is you're taking the node and the lattice and you're aligning them to be a more cohesive, stronger bond instead of it being jaggedy and, kind of more liquid. You make it more elastic. But in a sense, yes, you are kind of magnetizing it, because when you magnetize it, it lines up all the shit and then everything become more stronger and everything like that. And that's where I would say that now when you drink that, you're drinking structured water. It's stronger. The water that splashes out, it just... bleh. So you're putting that into you. But if you put structured water in you...
that would be wild.
It holds.
Yeah. And your body would start aligning with it too. And that's the thing.
You do it enough, you'll remember with it.
That's what we're not understanding. Is what you put in your body, you start aligning with.
Yes.
Anything and everything. Like you will start trying to resonate at that frequency of what you're putting in your body.
That's why when you accumulate food, you're just supercharging bad frequencies to come take over. And that's when cancers, that's when all these bad stress and all this stuff starts to take over, is because you're not resonating anymore. You're off vibration, and your cells need to be, we can identify a cell by its vibrational frequency.
This is mainstream, is it not?
Mainstream.
Mainstream.
We'll read the paper right now that came out and proved this. There's even a name for like that test and technique.
Wow.
And we know that viruses and bad ones have different vibrations than the good ones. And each cell has a unique, so like if it's a heart cell, it's got a vibration. So like, why would we not worry about this, people? You need to keep these things vibrating. Everything's about vibration.
We're moving on. Living alone is vibration. You know, it's all about vibration.
Time is vibrational sustainability. How long can you keep yourself vibrating against the ether?
Yeah.
Because we're trying to realign and we're trying to fight it. And that's what life is us not realigning.
Just fighting it over and over every day.
That's what aging really is, Stop. Your idea, because all right, so we have an idea now where you have cups that is going to help with water vortex, water structuring, better drinking water, right? Next, let's talk about really quickly the idea of the mask.
Yeah.
And what are you trying to do with this? Describe it first off.
So have you ever seen someone wear a night mask where they don't want to...
Yeah, like go to sleep,
yeah,
something like that. They have like one of those eye masks on.
Imagine that, where it's just, something really soft on your face and it basically won't be there. I don't want it to feel like it's there.
You don't want like an Oculus on your face?
Yeah, right. Oh, it's just weighing me down, giving me headaches. Oh, God, this is great. So I want it really soft, really comfy. And I want little pockets or some way to attach 3 crystals, 2 at the temples, or 1 at each temple, I should say, and then 1 right here on your pineal gland. And then you can choose the crystals that you want to insert into the pouches. You can do, 3 of the same and choose what you want it to do, basically, because each crystal will do different things. It'll probably be chakra aligned crystals, and you put it on your face, and then you go to sleep and let crystal energy flow in through your body.
Because it will resonate, like kind of like you'll vibrate together and
start resonating together, right? And especially if you do it for a certain amount of time, right?
All night?
It has to. Not all night, every day.
Oh, every day. Yeah, your body will start to like kind of
I also want to weave really thin layers of either gold, copper, or silver, depending on which is the best for the mask. I want to weave really thin, almost like thread into the mask. You won't even know it's there, but it will be in the mask. And now the crystals and the metallic or the...
I'm going to throw another one in there.
What?
We're going to encapsulate the crystals with water.
How? Whoa.
So the crystals will be in pockets. Really, you want to know the truth? What you do is you really want to get down to like the Atlantean level shit with this.
Oh shit, here we go.
I went down this road for just a second, and it applies to exactly what you're doing.
No
you go to this idea of like gold nanoparticles in the mask. And so now at the molecular level, you're actually creating these little energetic pockets that will then grow together. And so now you've made the whole mask this thing. It no longer just holds the crystal of energy. The whole fucking thing is now just energy.
Whoa.
So you can embed the crystals or the gold or whatever you're trying to achieve at the nano level and make the material with it. And now you have just achieved a phased array at a level that we have, structural phased array.
Okay.
You build it as a phased array. It is one.
I like this idea as its own concept.
This is future. It's future tech.
I like the idea of being able to change out the crystals whenever you want a different reaction or a different experience, you know, with the mask already being embedded
this one
with
would be
right? It would just be a specific version. That's a great idea. I think that should still exist.
It's a more specific, hey, you want to really power up and tune in on this one thing? You want this one. But if you want a more all-purpose, then you come over here. That's really, this one's going to be way more expensive and advanced to do.
And we could create multiple of them, like different kinds if we need to.
You know, create interlacings of water, gold, and crystal.
So how does this work exactly? Do you know how it would come together?
Like, can I do it? No. But can I tell you how this operates? Yeah, I mean, to some degree, yes.
Can you try to explain? I want to get a better picture in my head of what is happening.
Think of it almost think of it like, I'm going to just use a paint analogy.
Okay.
This is totally analogy. All right. But like, think if you're going to make something physical like this thing right here. And imagine that we could start it off as a liquid paint and we would just pour gold into the structural form of this and mix the gold into it at the fundamental level and then make whatever it is out of that new paint.
You said liquid gold and you had me. That's all you had to say.
I knew how to get you, dude. I knew. Or pour some liquid crystal in there. Plasma.
I'll liquefy with my mind.
But like you create like the actual structure of it out of these bonds together. You kind of build it into the bond overall. Cool. It's like replacing a piece of your DNA with like gold DNA. And so that way it's like conductive DNA. You see where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
It now adds the electrical side of it because this is rubber. Is it actually electrical? No. But if you fucking built something with gold in it, well, now it's like naturally electrical at the molecular level. And we know that when they pair up, they build even bigger ones. And so you've built a nano phased array.
I'm trying to find one of the gold leaf things that I did. So this thing right here, I made this.
This right.
And I was like, there's no way you had this thing or this thing trying to look at the EMF.
No, it was my meter.
Yeah, it was the electromagnetic field meter. Yeah. And we were looking at everything and he took it across that. I was like, there's no way that's going to have anything. It has gold all up in it. Of course it's going to have. I was like, oh my God.
That's what this is.
Just little pieces of gold leaf.
Perfect.
From Hobby Lobby.
This is exactly really what I'm talking about. Is that you embed the shit in there. And now it creates, they all pair up together and make an even bigger field.
Just works.
But if you build it at every level of the material, then your whole mask becomes this phased array that you were doing with the 3 crystal. It's just like the whole thing is now one.
Yeah.
At every fucking, now the whole fucking thing is doing this with you. At anywhere it's touching you, it's doing it. Like it is like, but it would be very much more specific. It is. It's going to be much more tailored.
Goes along with the robes that I want to create, you know? This is 100% going to happen.
What do you think I want to do with those fucking bottles that you're talking about?
What do you mean?
I want to embed the crystals into the fucking structure of the copper. So you have copper crystal as the thing, and you design the crystals in there as the phased arrays that you're talking about. And now you have a structural phased array and now you just kind of take that next step with what you did. It was like, oh yeah, you're fucking brilliant. That's exactly what, now let's do it the next level of alignment. And let's build it into the structural part of this. And now we can do a lot more shit in the sense, like
the amount of things that we're going to start making is outrageous. Like the ideas just keep flowing. They can't stop. They won't stop.
Our research and development program, I have thought for about my whole life.
Yeah, literally.
Like legitimately my whole life. I'm telling you right now, that's not a fantasy factory. That's like higher realm factory. That you're going to walk into that place one day and you're going to be like, what the fuck am I looking at?
My brain might melt.
This place is fucking wild.
You're not going to want to leave. You're just going to live in it.
I won't. I will live there, dude. And it'll be perfectly nestled in the mountains on like true sustainability, real sustainability. This will be a facility for the ones who really want to take life to the next fucking place.
This sounds like a place you can only dream of.
Yes, that's why it's always been in my head this whole time. You know, but like now I know it can be real. Now I know it can.
Very much.
So now I'm like getting excited, like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah, like that time that I just magically had a photo of what we're going to do pop in my head in color, full color. Like I just snapped off the photo. I was like, Chaz, what the hell did I just see? What was that?
You're building out products that we're going to be working on. This is a lot of like when we're going to be working in that place, we're going to be doing things with conductive materials, with crystals, with gold, with all of this stuff. So we want to start building products eventually for this type of stuff when we can. And so like you're just kind of designing out and leading the ground like, hey, I need this face mask, blah, blah. Let's go build him that, please. And then when we're done, we're like, yo, let's go make it, mass produce it. People want it. So like a lot of the things will be designed around like, what do you need? What are you looking for?
Right.
What do
honestly.
like, hey, this thing might be cool. And we'll have a team of engineers who are listening to this shit. And they're like, you know what? We could do this. We could do this. And you're like, all right, let's try that first. And then you go test it out, come back, and you're like, we need to adjust. And we just keep doing this. And we just let you guide us to where we really need to be. Like engineers don't know. I'm a software developer. I don't know what the customer is going to do with my software. I just don't. And so I have to plan around the idea that each one's very unique and they're all going to use it differently. And that's okay.
Right.
Same concept, but we need to listen to the people who are doing it.
I agree too. Right.
So like we'll have different meditation chambers, different. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I cannot stop thinking.
Like you'll walk down a hallway of like every version of things that you could want, like every harmonic, every shape, every combo. And you're like, dude, what do you want?
What do you need to achieve?
What type of water are you looking for today? Oh, I have this machine that will just plop it out. You know, like it'll be designed for that shit, dude. It'll be wild. And so like all these products you talk about, I'm like, God damn it, dude. Yeah, we're doing this shit.
I'm curious about the water vortex machine. I'm wondering if it's going to be like a separate machine and we just let the water vortex through and then bottle it up.
Truth be told, I've been trying to design one.
Really?
I have schematics forming.
Cool. It needs to happen. That thing.
To understand, because the dimensions and how the thing's designed, how the water flows.
Yeah.
And how it then can sustain itself. I want like sustained so that we can just pull from water that was flowing. And it never goes to stop somewhere. It just stays in. I want a cup that is literally designed so that when it gets in there, it just keeps flowing on its own. And then you just drink from it as it's flowing. But it doesn't have any batteries. It doesn't have any fucking electrical motor to it. It just does it by geometry.
And it's totally possible.
This is one of those things where I'll be like, I feel like it is. I haven't proven it yet. And I'm that kind of a guy, you know?
I need proof.
But I do think it is possible to sustain a toroidal dyadic vortex. You're sustaining a dyadic by shape alone. I think if you just create the shape, inject the water properly, that may be the one key part is like how to get it in there first to get it going. And then it keeps that energy. Think about it this way. It's like water not moving has no energy. If you want to get it spinning, you have to apply energy to it. And then when it's spinning, it's kept the energy you applied to it. And if you were to disrupt it, that energy you applied to it goes away and the water settles. It's like the vortex is really just a sustained amount of energy. You're sustaining whatever energy you put in there and you're bottling it up and keeping it. Yeah, it's weird, dude. This is how my brain thinks about this shit now.
It's the way it needs to think.
I'm a weird.
Spot on.
And that's why when I hear you talk about it, I'm like, dude, we are going to pair up real nice, man, because you're going to come up with shit I wasn't thinking about, and then I'm going to take that shit in all kinds of directions.
Right, especially when I understand what all is capable, my brain will run wild. It always has. I've always come up with things that aren't even possible or doesn't exist.
Some wild shit.
Yeah.
Like wild shit. You're going to call me and be like, can we do this?
You're like,
what the fuck? I don't know, but we're about to find out, dude. Meet me at the cave.
Yep. Oh, man.
Going to the back cave. You'd be like, are you at the back cave? I'm like, I'm already here, botch.
I was already there, man.
You know, like, I just know that that'll start to happen.
Yeah.
And you'll be in it so much with me that you'll know everything going on, too.
I'm going to be in the resonance chamber. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll be there.
You'll be in water in a chamber just floating around. But like you'll probably be just still and like perfect and being there for like hours and shit. I don't even know, dude.
I mean, my energy won't be there. I'll still be tethered, of course, but I'll be roaming, doing other things.
Let's create a crystal dodecahedron, put structured water into it, and then let you go in there.
Stop it.
And then we're just gonna like observe it.
You are more than welcome to observe.
Here's the problem.
My meditation.
I take this shit so far that I struggle to understand how I need to observe it properly without disrupting.
Yeah, right, because we know that's a thing.
This is a real thing. Like, it kind of cracks me up how science looks at it, but like the way I look at it, I'm like, man, I don't want to interrupt that shit. I need to like figure out a way to do this. That's going to take time, dude.
We'll figure it out.
I may never actually be able to.
Right.
Maybe one of those things where it's like literally physics tells me you have to go off in no man's land and I can't ever watch, or else someone's fucking with you, dude. Just the act of being around you could inherently disrupt things and interact with you. Literally just being around you.
It is true, right.
My thoughts could be projecting over to you
especially
in smallest ways, man, but it could be happening.
When you're tapped in, the way I see that I will eventually get tapped in, I will sense everything. I'll be able to hear thoughts at that point.
This is why I'm going to put you in I want to put you in a Metatron cube chamber where it's your layers deep into it.
Yeah.
And so what's going to happen is like I said the other day, geometry is filters for vibration. So I'm going to filter heavily out everything and only allow exactly what we want in. And so like I will do pre-natural filtering, so that we don't have any artificial filtering, no machines turned on to do any of this shit.
Right.
This is all going to be just geometry and conductive materials doing this. Like just gold chambers and crystal chambers and shit. Just very specifically designed. And this is all this I can prove. Like I can fucking mathematically prove that this is a thing. And so like we could put you in a chamber that literally would never allow. It cannot happen. Those wave frequencies cannot get through based on physics. It'd be like me trying to get through a wall right now. You literally can't do it. So you would be enclosed in a chamber that we have specifically designed for you that allows you to have zero fucking noise. Zero.
That would be incredible.
I'm designing this.
Kidding?
I've been working on this.
Oh my God. You've got my back. I know you do.
Dude, it's sad that like I really do think about how to make your meditation life better.
I don't even understand. Like, right? Like, why do you feel drawn
and I don't even want to do it. I'm like, I don't even give a shit. I just want to build all the cool shit and watch him do it and then him tell me about it. Like that.
I just want to live vicariously through you, bro.
Yeah.
Go on.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
You did what?
Dude.
Let's build more shit.
I'm so excited to talk to you in 3 days. We're going to talk, throughout the 3 days, of course, but like by Friday, my last day is Thursday. So Friday morning I'll get to eat, which will probably be an apple or something. Like,
are you going to change your eating habits?
I want to. Last time it went back to normal eating habits within the week, I think. I want to sustain my eating habits better. Fruits and veggies are the main hitters. I will, yeah. Meats, I think cutting out meats will come later on down the road. I don't feel drawn to cut out meat.
Do the ancient cultures or spirituality, they say not to eat meat?
I don't know. It holds emotion. You know, meats are interesting. I'm curious if it matters the way you bless it when you kill it. You know, the words you speak over it as you're taking its life. I don't know, man. We went down that road.
Shit to that now. Like I used to think that was just some like weird shit, like Indians,
right? But you're speaking vibrations into that
dude
entity. It's still a spirit. You know, it still has a soul and a spirit. It's still a part of us. It doesn't matter how small or big.
It's like a flow and closure thing. You're closing it off now.
I don't know. I haven't gone down the meat road yet. But I am still gonna consume.
Like I love meat too much to quit, but like I've been curious.
Yeah,
is meat something maybe at that? If you want to, we're talking about ascension level,
right?
And when you're talking about that, at that point, I'm like, well, then meat is up on the table of questionable.
Well, I'm curious because I kept getting told up here that the way to do this is letting go of all worldly attachments. Does that mean food and water altogether? Because that is a worldly attachment. That is a physical attachment. But that then equals death to the physical. No? I mean, you can live without it for a little bit, but I don't know how to. I haven't gotten to that point whatsoever. I just know that will be something I'll have to think about. I'm like, not really think about. Honestly, I'm told the shit. Like, it's not even something I think about.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get it. You'll know.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
not feeling the pull for the meat situation yet. That's not.
In my head,
I don't need to do that yet.
You just water, but like not just water, like structured water.
Right.
That's what I'm calling it.
Wherever, whatever kind of water you want.
You want.
It doesn't matter.
And like so maybe plants, things that are high water content, things that are mainly water.
Yeah.
But only the best, only the right kind, dude. You don't want to just go picking berries anywhere. You know, like you may be in a bad fucking area that has bad energy and you're picking berries from this fucking bad memory.
And now you're consuming the energy.
It's not coherent.
And now your body's trying to resonate with that energy. Like it all correlates.
So like we may make you a greenhouse. And that greenhouse we specifically shaped to keep coherency within it. So that all plants growing, all things growing within stay in our coherent world. And now you can eat just that.
In the greenhouse, especially if it's next to the Ascension Center.
I mean, this will all be
Well, this will be like I think the person that is I think the person that is in the process of learning to ascend will take care of the garden. Will mend the garden. It will be there.
That's good. You know,
because that also gives them something to do, something to take care of.
You do realize that you're going to have to build out all of this plan of how to do. Yeah, you're going to have to lay the groundwork for like the steps.
Yeah.
What people should be doing like this. What these are going to have to happen.
I think it's just
don't leave that shit up to me, dude. Don't you ascend off without doing that. I'm going to be like, dude, I don't fucking know.
You're like, whoa. Where did you? No, dude.
Who should be tending the garden? Well, I don't fucking know.
Right. And that's the thing. I won't be able to until my time has come.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how close I am to actual ascension through and through. I have to have the time come when it is time to make it happen.
I'm very curious about how this is all going to play out, but like everything you say about it is the same thing I'm thinking. Cause like when you said that, I thought this is exactly how I see it happening. It's like, this is a center, a facility, a compound, and a campus. And will be different levels, different steps, different areas, doing different things.
School, mind you.
A school within a school.
Ooh. Whoa.
But you'll be on one side of it, and I'll be on the other side. You're gonna have everything because of my side.
Yeah.
But what's going on and why it's all there and why we're doing it that way, kind of your side. So like if I didn't have you, I would just be building random cubes.
Right. You're like, what is this even for? What's
look at this triangle I built over here.
They're like,
this pyramid looks cool as shit. Go stand in it, dude. I want to see what happens.
Dude, again, it had to be with yin and yang, man.
But like, you give me almost like a
purpose.
Dude. Don't finish my sentence first off again today. Secondly, don't make me feel so gay.
Too late.
But I think like, oh shit, all right, we need to make sure we build like a fucking phased array of obelisk around as a shield. We need to make sure we're doing these things. And it's really based on like, how do I make that meditation experience fucking the best? That's really my goal. So then I just start thinking about all this shit about like, oh, we need to do this. We should do this. We should do this.
Right.
And then I'm like, why? Why am I doing this with you? It creeps me out, dude. This weird part that I don't understand that I've never gotten with this, but like, I literally am just here to engineer your shit. And I'm okay with that. That's not me being like mad at you.
Thank you.
That's more me just being like, I don't get it, but that's what I'm here for. And I'm actually kind of excited.
I love that. I love the fact that
it's in my contract.
So willing to just do it and have no quarrels with it. You're like, yeah, fuck, let's go.
Oh, dude, no, I think it'll be fucking awesome. I will be excited to watch the progress in real time like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited as you are in the sense
probably,
on my
right?
side, right? Like, you know, like as much as you want to meditate, as much as I want to build all the shit for you to meditate in.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. And it's just like fascinating to learn about it and know it and see how it works and come up with the better ways and like fine tune everything. And I know you're going to be doing that on your end, and together, dude, that's going to be a dirty school, man.
Yeah, it is.
With the fucking MIT Harvard of spirituality.
It's going to be hard to get into, especially like the intense version of the school. Like we'll have layers of it, of course, but like it's gonna take some time to get you to that top layer for ascension. Like to get up there.
Give me a quick rundown. How do you see this layering, structuring thing? Just in general in your head. It could be a total rough draft. Don't care.
I don't even know, man.
Like
all I know
throw
is
out some different things that you think you probably are gonna have to want or have or.
Well, let's take normal people for example. Like my family, I want them a part of this community alone. You know, whether it be the school and the community are going to be pretty side by side.
There has to be two areas. Two
it's
parts
going to be a couple of areas.
Those areas have to be separated.
Yeah,
and there has to be
you've got to have an
wall
entry school,
between them,
an elementary, middle, and high, basically. You know, and you gotta
because where you're going to be, you can't just
get there because you have to understand and learn as like this has taken me years to get to this understanding, and I'm still learning and growing. You can't just jump to high school. You can't just jump to it and be like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Like, you don't even know what it means to do that.
I kind of want to.
You know?
No, you can't.
You have to go through the steps.
You do. And you're going to be building out that side, but we can't just let newbies into the school come into that area.
No, first off, they start in the community. If they want a part of it, they start in the community. We decide how you interact with humans alone. And that tells you a lot about someone.
That's why you're smarter than me. It's well played, dude.
See, and it's not even smarter. It's not even what it is. We decided smart's not even a thing, dude.
But, you know, whatever.
Oh, there you go.
It's not smart.
Using the
you're
better
right.
word.
No, you're totally right. It's not smart.
I'm convinced smart still don't exist. Motherfuckers aren't smart.
So we build a community, and then we build layers of the school of enlightenment. So it's almost like you can come here and live and don't ever go to school if you don't want to.
Sure.
You have to live by our shit.
But you also can get kicked out very quickly.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
You will not be unaligning our residents whatsoever. You will have to have some kind of alignment within you, which means you kind of have to eventually go to a layer of the school in a way. The community is a layer of the school in a way.
No,
but is. Like, because I want everyone to be a part of it, but not everyone can be a part of it because not everyone's going to want to.
Look, I want everybody to go play at a professional soccer level.
Right.
That doesn't mean you have spent the time to learn how to play there at that fucking level.
It's dedication and commitment. And if you don't have either of those, there's...
And you know what? Fucking respect. This is what we're doing. This is what we believe. This is the best version of what we're trying to accomplish for fucking humanity. If you don't want in, that's fine. Get the fuck out of here, though.
You don't have to be.
You don't have to be here. This is what we believe is the best route. If you don't like it, go.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make you come here. But, like, we want to build a place that is not that old world. It's a new world.
Complete new world.
And we got to change so much of how we fucking do shit.
If we're not changing with the world as it's getting to its new vibrational frequency, we're going to get left behind. You know, you got to resonate with the new world.
Yeah. And I'm excited for that part of it.
And
like, I don't even
crazy.
No leaders. Like, we're not going to be leaders.
No.
In the presidential sense.
No.
We'll have like a council of us that are working together.
Yeah.
To make these decisions at all times.
Yep.
Now, we may have our areas or whatever, but like overall, this place that has no president.
There's no point in
Now,
one.
there are leaders.
Yeah.
And we'll be part of the council.
But the way that it's been designed, it's always been meant to fail. The way it's been designed doesn't work. Just doesn't.
No, it gives some look, man, power breeds corruption. You get too much power, you're going to be corrupted. And so that's why you got to keep separation of powers. So you separate it out into 12. That's a lot of separation of power.
Right.
And then you make sure that look, here's the thing is like we start this thing together, who's the third one? That first person we bring into the council as we build it. Dude, that's a lot of trust. That person.
It is.
It'll be a while because I don't know if either one of us will agree with both at the same time. You may like one and I won't, and then I'll like one and you won't. Until we find that person, we cannot let them in.
I really think they have to go through some kind of layer of the school, some kind of layer of learning.
Something tells me they're already like us and they're already there.
I would assume.
And we just haven't met them yet.
Right.
But when we do, we'll know immediately.
There's been so much in the works, around all of this.
We're not alone.
Not even a little bit. We're just spread throughout the world.
We like to think we're alone and imagine it because it's easy because we are in our little world. But like out of the 8 billion out there, there's a lot of the two of us doing this shit and thinking this shit too. We're just the stubborn assholes that are like, you know what? Let's start a podcast to go after this fucking thing. Let's do it.
Why not?
Yeah.
What else we got to do?
I'm done researching. Let's fucking start implementing. Like, I don't know. I've always had that drive though of like, which is weird. It's like no matter how much people have told me you're never gonna do blah blah blah, I'm always like, maybe not, but I'm gonna try it anyways. I don't even care. They're like, dude, that's quantum physics. I'm like, okay.
They're like, okay, I'm gonna go after it.
I think I'm gonna go learn quantum physics. And they're like, but there's
can't.
math.
What? You're not allowed to do that.
Which is funny.
What?
To me. I taught myself computer programming. Why? I can't
teach myself anything else.
But quantum physics.
No, right. No, definitely not.
Why? Because of this.
Einstein did that.
Yeah.
You can't do that too.
He was a fucking nobody.
Right.
Who everybody just deemed as an idiot back then too. This is wild to me, dude.
It's funny. It seems like a pattern.
Yeah.
I'm sensing.
Anyways.
If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more, please follow along. Shit's getting wild over here. I really don't know how to handle it
conversations are
anymore.
going to start getting wilder.
They are. If you're still following along with us, through this entire journey, that's saying something. That's intense. You've seen a lot of things come out of our mouths, or heard, I guess. You can't really see a whole lot, but
I talk to you like we have no followers at all. And, like...
I know. Just like saying whatever we want. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
No one to see this. And
No.
like... people really do get to see a very candid side of us.
They do. And I don't want that to change. I like the candid.
Generally
side.
how we just have conversations before this.
And I'm pretty sure this setup is going to change that even more so. Like this conversation right here, this is our first time recording in this setup.
I like this.
And for one, we've been going for almost 2 hours. For two, we've just been chilling, like talking like we would in your computer room.
Damn.
Let's see. Yeah, 2:02 it says on the record timer. So we've been going a minute. Just a little minute.
Dude,
though.
that felt like maybe an hour.
So like when we want to go a 3-4 hour episode, easy, man.
It's so much more comfortable, I guess.
So much more. All of our other sets have been so uncomfortable, Chaz. Oh my God.
You get like 30 minutes in, you're like,
oh, my butt and my back. And
over
like,
here, I'm like,
dude, right. We're chilling. Imagine when we get more drinks involved and stuff. Like, right. Just.
I thought about bringing like some liquor bottles and shit. We should always make it like some days it looks like a party happened.
Trash the place.
Yeah, and then like the next day it's just like totally clean again. Yeah, I like this idea.
This is great.
All right. I do need to wrap it up.
Well, this is Awakening 101.
Wake up. I gotta go to sleep. I can't be awake anymore.
I need to go to sleep.
No, we need to not.
No, I need to go meditate.
Yeah, you do.
I'm going to go astral project.
This is getting weird, dude.
It's getting weird.
If I see you show up at my house at any point in
I'm
time,
gonna just energy walk through your house.
yeah, dude.